they are in no way, shape, and form actually uplifting people. In fact, they're making people afraid, you know. And kind of going off topic from what I was originally talking about in the movie, but as I began to go on my spiritual journey, I started to realize like different things. I started to realize that everyone goes to this awakening process a little bit different. And if I can guide somebody to understanding something that can uplift them, I feel like, why not do it? Fuck it. This knowledge is not mine. It's just not mine. So I'm not walking around here acting like I'm smarter than people and yeah, I know this and whatever you believe in is not real. Fuck that. It's not getting you anything. Honestly, I was like that in the beginning because I was so conditioned on how this society has taught us to go about knowledge and information just based on fucking school. And I got an A+, and look at him, he has an F, or he's in the slow class, or all these different fucking things. So I'm walking around this motherfucker like I'm Gandhi or some shit. Like, nigga, I just know every fucking thing. And I started to realize like that shit didn't get me nowhere. It didn't get me anywhere but a level of confidence that was false. Because when I started going, I started listening to lectures from different individuals like, Brother Panic and look them up too. I'll put a fucking link in my shit to that man right there. He's fucking awesome. Who else? Bobby Him. There's a lot of different other people. I'm gonna put in, links to go watch their videos and stuff like that. My shit is very minuscule compared to what they're doing. They're on a whole totally different level. And I try not to, cheerlead it or nothing, but to show simple respect to the people that got me to a different understanding of the world. When you wake up, or when you have this realization that the world is not all sunshine and rain, there's a lot of fucked up things going on in the world. These societies or these people have a good way of getting you duped in right back into fear. The church is big on fear. And if you watch that movie Silent Hill, you'll notice how much it is. They sit behind this Messiah figure or whatever, which is that lady with the fucked up haircut. Excuse my language, I know I'm cussing a lot. With the messed up haircut. And she's actually the most afraid. And it's almost like she's using her fear against the others to believe in what she believes in, which is false. And on top of that, she's using it so everyone can look up to her as a savior. And in the process of doing that, it destroys her individual fear of what she knows is true or what she feels is true, but she just can't come to terms with it. And I feel like religion is like that now, very much like that. These leaders out here promoting these things, it's just fear, promoting fear. And I don't whatsoever, I don't agree with that type of shit, I don't agree with promoting fear. I personally want to promote things that are uplifting. And I've been watching a lot of videos, TikToks, whatever, YouTubes and stuff like that. And I noticed like there's these people that just started getting on their journey and they start to learn about these things, reptilians and all that stuff. I'll make a video explaining about reptilians and what that actually means. But it's like they're just new, it's like the blind leading the blind. they're just new into this journey. You know, I'm fairly new into this journey, but I'm not like a couple of months or a week or, into this. I've been into this, and I wouldn't even call it into this, but I've been doing research for quite a long time now. For what I would say isn't quite a long time. Enough time at least to realize, okay, well, that is, the false information, and this is the good information right here. This is the information that's gonna take me to higher planes and stuff like that. And a lot, and I can understand it can be very hard for some people to get into the information and just be like, well, okay, especially when you get into this information, you start to realize that there's a lot of self work you have to do. And people nowadays are really big on avoiding avoiding their own selves and doing that self work because it's way easier doing work. It's way easier basically doing work and trying to help someone else than it is yourself. Because when you go into yourself, you start to see those nasty things, But I understand that when you go in and you see those nasty things, you have to stick with that fear, become that fear, overcome that fear, and basically just destroy it, not necessarily destroy it, but understand it, and understand once you go into that side that's gonna be very fear, can be a lot, very scary and stuff, and you might turn away from it, but when you realize that, okay, if I go into this, face it, there's going to be a greater self-realization about this, there's going to be how can I say this? Basically, there's going to be a greater self-realization, and the reward of going into that is very much, it's very much worth it than hiding away from it. You can hide away from it as long as you can, and that can give you some type of self clarity or some type of comfortability. But it's fake. You still gotta run. How long are you gonna run from it until you actually face it? And once you actually face it, you start to realize, well, damn, this isn't as hard as it is. It can be scary at times. It is as hard as it is, and you start to have these realizations that are magical. I'm still in the process of having these realizations. But before I get off the topic, actually I've already got off the topic for like 5 minutes, maybe 10. Yeah, that movie is very, very good to look in, especially if you're like on this rough edge of, okay, well, I know something's wrong with the world, but religion is all I know, and that can be very hard because everyone around you is religious majority of the time, depending on what family or, group you're in. And I feel like that movie is a big movie to get people to understand the flaws in religion, It's very flawed. It's very distracting, and it's built on literally fear. The fearful leading the fearful, the blind leading the blind. And, it's pretty much it. I'm going to make another video because I kind of went off topic and lost the flow about what I was going to say about this movie. But I encourage you to watch that movie. It is a great movie to basically start off on your journey and understand, that this religion this Christianity or whatever religion that you're in is flawed, and it's the blind leading the blind, honestly. So, yeah. Thanks for all who came to watch me rant about things, you know. I hope you got some type of clarity or some type of understanding of something, or it helped you out some way or some form, you know. Something I want to do, honestly. And yeah. Till next time, you have came, you have watched, you have listened to Outerworld. Because this shit here on this channel is gonna be out of this world, literally. It's not gonna be anything to do with this world. I mean, it's gonna be things to do with this world, obviously, because I'm not an alien. I can't tell you about how Neptune is, they have a water crisis right now, and, you know, whatever aliens talk about, honestly. I don't know. But it'd be kind of awesome to hear what they talk about, because my ears are open. So, aliens, wherever you are, yeah.
But from your fears, do not join the others. They are deceivers. They are damned.
We gotta get inside.
No! Your wolves in the skin of sheep. They brought about their own hell. They'll take you with them.
Oh, filth and lies! Hey! Stop it!
Please.
I've seen your daughter. I've seen Alessa. It's coming! She's dead, isn't she?
Birds and glens and dragons.
Listen to me. Rose, hurry! She looks exactly like Sharon. She brought us here, didn't she? Why? What does she want?
Evil makes a vengeance. Be careful what you choose.